Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pash On Podcast. Let's get started with your host, Brian Pash.
Hi, this is Brian Pash, and welcome to another podcast. On today's show, I want to talk to you about online reviews and the importance of responding to all those reviews to build local SEO and your brand reputation. Now, recently, I got a call from Matt Murray. He's the co-founder of WideWhale, a new reputation management company that helps dealers respond to all their online reviews. I'll come back to Matt and his company in a moment, but let me just make some foundational arguments. I've always said that dealers needed to have a 4.0 or higher reputation score on Google because those reviews show every single time a consumer Googles the business because of the Google My Business listing. Now, what I didn't realize, and Matt showed me, was that if you typed in best auto dealers near me, Google My Business lists stores by default that have a 4.0 score or higher, which is pretty amazing because, well, it makes sense, but I missed it. Matt showed it to me and I was like, wow, now everything that I've been teaching makes even more sense because occasionally I find dealers with scores that average under 4 stars. So those of you who live in the States who are very focused in online reviews, make sure that your store on Google My Business has a 4.0 or higher score, because otherwise you may see a reduction in the number of times your Google My Business listing appears in a broad search result. Now, let's go back to another foundational truth. I travel a lot, and I use TripAdvisor to help me select hotels, restaurants, and, well, maybe even meeting places. And I love to see a balance of comments, but if the negative comments are not properly responded to, oftentimes it will take that hotel or restaurant out of consideration. There are many times where there's negative reviews and the property doesn't respond at all. And for me, it kind of implies that they're tone deaf, that they don't understand the power of the consumer. They don't understand the power of online reviews. So my impression when I use reviews is that a business that listens to their customers' feedback and responds is a business that I want to patronize. So, how many times have I gone to Google, look at the reviews, and see no responses? Now, there are some dealers who the owner or general manager respond to all the reviews. Andy Wright from Lehigh Valley Honda and a group of dealers under the VinArt Group logo takes it personally. He reads those reviews and responds. But also, they've been acquiring more dealerships, and honestly, it's very difficult to scale one person responding to the reviews across multiple stores. So, what is someone supposed to do? What if people go on vacation? What if a general manager leaves? What is the fallback plan? And that's where WideWhale comes in. Matt and Angie Murray founded WideWhale. They're both automotive industry veterans. You may have known Matt from his work at Dealer.com and Podium. But they realize this, that not only do reviews matter, but how you respond to them. Actually, Google reads the review and the response, and just like everything else Google does, looks at those words and keywords to find relevant content to use again in search. And what Matt and his team has shared with me, and along with other industry-leading publications, is that local SEO is impacted by reviews, and the local SEO is even impacted by the response. So a simple response like, "Thank you for your business," or "I'm glad you had a good time," is really a crappy response when you're trying to look at improving local SEO and local search visibility. So that's where the team at WideWhale come in. They have perfected a dashboard that brings in every 2 hours the dealer's online reviews, reads them, and carefully responds. It's not using AI. It's not using offshore cheap labor. It's domestic U.S. help that is being trained from the Inside by Matt and Angie on the car business and how to properly respond to reviews, not only to protect the brand of the dealership, but to help with local SEO. You see, it makes so much sense that dealers see a picture where they can't always make everyone happy, but when consumers come and every negative and positive review has a response, it sends a message. The management cares. That's just my interpretation of the reviews that I read on TripAdvisor or on Google. If somebody is that blind to the fact that their consumers, their local customers, are looking for some attention or looking for resolution, and they fail to reach out, they fail to communicate a level of concern, well, you can understand why some dealers are struggling to have customer retention or to increase their new customer base, where others are just shining bright. So if you would like to learn more about WideWhale, it's very simple. Just go to widewhale.com/Brian Pash. I've asked Matt and Angie to give the followers of this podcast the VIP treatment. So it's just widewhale.com/Brian Pash and get a demo of the product. It costs $250 a month for the average car dealership in the U.S. I think that's well worth a dealer principal's or general manager's time to say, look, I don't have time to write 50 responses a month, but I'd rather have someone do it, make sure it gets done consistently. And of course, it's a collaborative process because the team at WideWhale is showing via their dashboard all of the online reviews, all of the online responses, and of course, escalating any issues that need to be escalated. So take a moment to look at your own reviews. If you work at a dealership, I want you to look at the last 20 Google reviews, the last 20 Facebook reviews, the last 20 dealer rated reviews, the last 20 Cars.com reviews. You get the idea. Edmunds, and ask, was a response provided? And what would have been the benefit to my dealership if a response was there? Forget about the SEO for a moment. What change in perception as you read those last 20 reviews on each platform? What would it make a difference to you as a consumer? And then the extra benefits of local SEO. Remember, traffic from Google My Business is the highest quality, most engaged, highest converting traffic channel as documented over thousands of dealers in Google Analytics. Anything you can do to get more people to click on that Google My Business listing and come to the dealership's website will be rewarded with more leads, more showroom visits, more sales opportunities. So what are you waiting for? Go to widewhale.com/Brian Pash, request a demo, and then just make sure, whether you do it in-house or you outsource it to WideWhale, that all of your reviews have an intelligent, robust, and SEO-centric response, and protect your brand online because consumers are making a decision where they purchase their next car online before they ever call or walk in to the showroom. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. I look forward to sharing more time with you in another podcast in the coming days.